He's done for the summer, although we've held out some hope that he might be able to return for postseason play, which gets underway next Tuesday on the road, 1 week from tonight. We'll be right back here for Game 2 of the South Division playoffs. Those tickets are available now and powered by Pioneer Connect. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kiko Romero. Jonah Advincula at second. Mason Lee at first. The runners do go. The breaking ball is inside, and there's no throw from Dane Woodcock. With 2 stolen bases, adding more money to the coffers of Community Outreach, Inc. To make a down and in, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. To have a pretty significant role for Rich Dorman, Mitch Canham, and the Oregon State baseball program next spring. Jonah down, ball 2, 2-1. Titus Dimitru on deck. The Knights try and would be 16 straight overall. No score, bottom of the first. Breaking ball, Briley got. And that evens matters at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Briley. Titus Dimitru next. A block 15 night. Half price pours on block 15 beverages tonight. It's knocking point. And Boisvert thought that he might have executed an out pitch. Boisvert engages in a little bit of dialogue with the base umpire. I'm not sure what. Maybe, would you have called that a strike? I'm not sure what Braden is asking the umpire, but they're having quite a dialogue. I wish we had one of those boom mics that could pick it up. It might be Lasorda-esque. 3-2 the count with 1 out. The 3-2 pitch. Briley swings. He'll get an RBI. A ground ball to the second baseman, Jabin Trosky, who fields and flips to first for the out. As Ryan here from Oregon State. Good to see them all settling in to watch their teammate Braden Boisvert. Coming in to score is Jonah Advincula, with Briley Knight grounding out but picking up the run batted in. 1-0 Knights on the play. Mason Lee advances to third, and Titus Dimitru will be the hitter with 2 outs, and the Knights getting a run here against Braden in the bottom of the first. Boisvert delivers. Breaking ball misses down. Ball 1. 1-0. Anthony Atkinson, the interlocutor with Braden Boisvert, the base umpire, Matt Van Houten calling balls and strikes. The 1-0 pitch is fouled straight back by Titus Dimitru, sending me a note saying that Stephen Kwan today went 1 for 4 in a 7-4 Guardians win over Arizona. Kwani, the former Knight and Beaver, hitting .297. The 1-1 off-speed breaking ball in there. Big curveball to Dimitru, taken for a strike. And the count 1-2. Adley today went 0 for 2 in the Orioles' 6-3 win over Texas, but did draw 3 walks in the process. The 1-2 pitch missing a little bit high to Titus Dimitru. 2-2 the count, with 2 down and a run in the bottom of the first inning. Out of the stretch works Braden, glances over at Lee. Lee trots in. Dimitru takes a turn and will hold with a long single into right center. And the Knights lead it 2-0. Boy, they are machine-like of late. No question about it. The Knights are just locked in all phases of the game. Pitching well, defending well, and here in the bottom of the first have 2 runs on 3 hits, and that'll bring to the plate Tanner Smith. The first pitch to Tanner is popped up to shallow right field. Garrett Holpuck moving in. Holpuck at the last moment. The inning is over, but a productive one it is out of the gate again for the Corvallis Knights. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. At the end of 1, the Knights 2 and the Elks nothing. On 1240 Joe Radio.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local.
Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change?
So yeah, I can see my level.
Off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids, off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
1240 Joe Radio.
2-0 Knights as we go to the top of the second inning. Ethan Ross to the plate. And the first pitch is an order in the first. The 1-1 pitch from the lefty misses high, ball 2. On a pleasant, bright Wednesday night here in Corvallis. Good fastball. And we can certainly see that it's breezier tonight just looking at the pant legs on the uniform of Ethan Ross. The 2-2 fastball swung on and missed, adding to the breeze. Isaiah Burke goes down swinging. And that's 3 strikeouts among the 4 hitters that Ethan Ross has faced. I mentioned both former Corvallis Knights players Stephen Kwan and Adley Rutschman, who you may remember played for the Beavers too. The pitch on the way to Woodcook is off the top of the plate. Dave from Tumwater emailed me 2 things today, or texted me, one of which he quoted, and I'll quote it. You've been hearing it. We've all been hearing it and savoring it yesterday and today. A ground ball into the sun at third. Tyler Quinn knocks it down, stays with it, picks it up, and throws out Woodcook. Good job. I know that it seemed like an old joke in the Brooklyn Bums days. The days, that Vin Scully didn't call, but was close to the Brooklyn Bums days. By the time he got with Red Barber and Connie Desmond in 1950, the Brooklyn Dodgers were a true power. But in the Brooklyn Bums days, they used to talk about the Bums third baseman losing ground balls in the sun, as if that were a joke. Well, there was no joke here for Tyler Quinn. That bouncer was right in the path of the sun. He did a good job to get leather on it, stay with it, and throw out Woodcook. Michael Ball, the batter, the first pitch swung on and missed. The 0-1 off to the lower grandstand below the Omaha room area. The count to Michael 0-2. Well, Dave from Tumwater, one of our, with Paul Blackburn, and the pitch to Ball fouled straight over my head and T.J. Mathewson's head into the alley. 0-2 the count. He wrote this in the year of 2-pitch foul back. And Dave wrote, and I think truly, Dave from Tumwater said of that, the pitch on the way missing in the turf from Ethan Ross. 1-2 the count. That's a very good one without question. Strike 2 breaking ball. It's a good thing he did because it's tapped slowly his way. Michael Ball, the shortstop, fields and throws out Mason. And the Knights settle for a singleton here in the second on 2 more hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We are through 2. It's the Knights 3 and the Elks nothing on 1240 Joe Radio. Let's see. I'm not hearing commercials, so I'm going to reboot. I'm not hearing you. Are you hearing me okay? Okay. Are you hearing me okay? Okay, then I'm going to reboot right now because I'm not hearing the commercials. Occasionally, every once in a while, I'm rebooting completely because I no longer could hear the commercials in my headset for some reason. So... Right, okay. Hitter number 10, Sebastian Lopez. Going early, Amy. It's just windy.
Van Buren downtown or log on to Corvallis.
Okay, I'm back. I can hear you now. Go ahead and bring me back after this spot.
Got it. Here it is.
12.
Third inning, I think we may have the runner called out. And he is out. A swinging bunt up along third. Ethan Ross came off the mound and picked up the ball on the swinging bunt on the left side and threw the ball towards first, and the runner, Sebastian Lopez, did not get into the running lane. Now, a good friend and a guy whose baseball acumen and understanding of the game, his ability to play the game, he played it at the major league level, he played it so well here for the Beavers, one Aaron Matthews is arguing the call, but he's wrong. The home plate umpire is right. Matt Van Houten is calling the runner, Sebastian Lopez, out because Lopez was not within the designated lane. And the home plate umpire made the call. Now, Anthony Atkinson, meanwhile, is standing with his hands on his hips, straddling the foul line, and he's clapping his hands and saying, hey, let's go, let's go. Aaron Matthews is not pleased with the call, but the out will stand. Sebastian Lopez was not running in the designated lane. Now, Aaron made a pretty strong argument that he was running in the lane, and Joey Wong comes down now to pick up the argument. Lopez has refused to leave the bag. He's out, and he should be out. With due respect to Aaron, to Joey, people I have great affection and respect for, I understand they're fighting for their team, but Lopez was not in that lane. He was clearly either running on the line or maybe even a step or two in fair territory. And not being in the designated lane means he's automatically out if a throw hits him or if the fielders are impeded from receiving a throw or making a throw because the runner is not in that designated lane in foul territory. So, tough call, but the right call. Garrett Holpuck, the batter, swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and fouled away again into Urchin Alley. And the count goes to 0-2 with the Knights leading 3-0 in the top of the third. Ethan kicks and comes back, and the 0-2 fastball he sails high. Ball 1-2. Garrett Holpuck getting the opportunity to start tonight for Bend after pitching here for the Corvallis Knights on Monday against the Northwest Star Academy. He swings and sends one just foul down the right field line in the corner. And that runs the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Garrett Holpuck. Now, I'm going to need to confer, Blake, if you are in the, if you're able to hear me. We've got a number discrepancy here. Holpuck was listed at number 48. There's a guy at the plate now wearing number 8. So I'm hoping this is Garrett, but I don't. The 1-2 fastball couldn't be him because he swung and missed it. And I don't know. I mean, the batter struck out. Now I got to find out. I'm going to ask over here. Was that Garrett?
It wasn't.
No, okay.
They switched him out after the first out in the first inning.
Okay, thank you. That was not Garrett Holpuck. So I'm told they switched him out after the first out in the first inning. Are you guys? Do you know Garrett? How well? Oh, okay. Not your son. Okay. Yeah, he may be your son, and you may not know him too well. I mean, I don't know. Jabin Trotsky takes a strike, and the count 0-1. Who am I to say? Now, 2 down, nobody on. The strike 1 pitch, a check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Jabin Trotsky down in the count 0-2. So that was not Garrett Holpuck. I didn't think it was. And it was somebody with an 8 on his back, and that's Nick Schnapp, perhaps, a young man out of Lake Oswego. But these are things that I hope, Blake, you can help me get confirmed if you're hearing me with Bobby and with Brooks and everybody else, and when and how and why the change was made. The pitch from Ethan Ross to Jabin Trotsky, breaking ball taken, strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Another 1-2-3 frame turned in by Ethan Ross, and after 2.5, it's the Knights 3 and the Elks nothing on 1240 Joe Radio.
Downward Dog across the OSU campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches. And breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
First Friday at the Natty Dresser this Friday, August 5th from 5 to 7 p.m. Local sculptor Raymond Hunter will be here with a few of his amazing sculptures. Be sure to ask him about how to commission a piece for your home or business. Live music by James F. Wright, refreshments, in-store specials, and more. Art and artists. First Friday this Friday at the Natty Dresser. Purveyors of quality menswear on the corner of 2nd and Broad Albin Street in historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
Okay, thank you.
It's time for the pitchers to throw strikes and for the batters to deliver those clutch hits. It's time for Corvallis Knights baseball. Each year, the Knights look at this time as an opportunity to win another West Coast League championship. Just like a new season is an opportunity, so is getting recertified in first aid and CPR. It's an opportunity to practice your skills so you can be ready to help in an emergency.
Yes.
If it's that time for you,
Strange how that happens once in a while.
541-760-7632 to schedule your next class. And go Knights.
1240 Joe Radio.
Braden Boisvert to work against Kiko Romero, and the first pitch is in the turf for ball 1. 1-0. Ethan Ross with 2 strikeouts in each of the first 3 innings, setting a good tone on the mound, and the Knights 3 runs and 5 hits. Kiko with a big swing fouls it back. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. It is Knocking Point Wine Wednesday. Knocking Point, based in Walla Walla. I visited their headquarters on the road trip this past weekend. Breaking ball to Kiko, swung out and missed, and the count 1-2. Knocking Point Wine, the official winery of the Corvallis Knights and the official wine of sports. And you are encouraged to try a Glasky. He throws out Kiko Romero to open matters in the bottom of the 3rd. And that'll bring Briley Knight to the plate. Briley an RBI ground out in the first inning. The Knights with 2 in the first and 1 in the second. Braden Boisvert getting the start tonight for the Bend Elks. And the right-hander from Oregon State delivers down and away, ball one, 1-0. The Knights and Elks to wrap up the season series. There's still a chance they could meet in postseason play. The Knights will be playing in the second season next week, beginning Tuesday on the road and 1 week from tonight back here for Game 2. The 1-0 pitch in the turf, 2 balls and no strikes. Boisvert set and delivers, and Briley Knight rips it into right field. Nick Schnapp plays it on a hop and gets the ball back in. But once again, a strong swing for Briley Knight, seeing the ball very well, and he too flirting with 500 over the last couple of weeks. The batter is Titus Dimitru. Titus an RBI single in the first inning. The Knights then go to Ridgefield Friday night. TJ Mathewson will have the call of that game for you here on 1240 Joe Radio. The Knights will come back on Saturday for their final home game of the regular season, and it's a fireworks extravaganza following the game. Dimitru takes high, ball one, 1-0. Boisvert back, swung on and missed, 1-1 the count. Remember, tomorrow night is a Block 15 night, but I would be remiss if I didn't remind you, you still have time. Be sure to stop by, if you haven't done so already, to Wilson Motors at 5th and Buchanan for free tickets for tomorrow. Boisvert slide step night. Free tickets available at the dealership at 5th and Buchanan. Pick them up if you haven't already, and get everybody out here to the ballpark for tomorrow night's penultimate regular season game. The 1-2 pitch waved at and missed by Dimitru, strike 3. Good sequence for Braden Boisvert. 2 down. And Braden's Oregon State teammate, Tanner Smith, coming to the plate. Braden won the first round between the two when Tanner popped out to Jabin Trotsky. All 3 Beavers involved in that play. Trotsky shaded up the middle. Boisvert delivers. Tanner hits one over our heads, over the McGrath family press box, into the entryway area, and the urchins give chase. And the biggest of the urchins gathered the souvenir, but he gives it to the young kid. That's a sweet kid. Sweet spirit. No balls and a strike. Another slide step, and Boisvert's delivery is swung on and missed. Nice to see Braden with the attention to the run game, which is prolific for the Knights. And Briley Knight, not as much of a runner as others, but Boisvert trying to cut down on the lead and jumps with the slide step. Comes to the plate with the 0-2 pitch, a breaking ball a little bit high to Tanner. 1-2 the count. Friday night, fireworks night, presented by Pioneer Connect and Samaritan Health Services. And once again, Pioneer Connect sponsoring all of the Knights' postseason games. Briley Knight goes. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. The tag applied by Dane Woodcook on the pitch down in the turf. And that's that for the Knights in the third. Boisvert with his first scoreless inning. We'll say hello to TJ here for a minute, get an update on his beloved Mariners, who won the series in the Bronx today. We'll get the happy TJ report and more when we come back at the end of 3. The Knights 3 and Bend nothing on 1240 Joe Radio. Okay, I can hear him now. That's good. Thank you. Let's talk perhaps. Yeah. Yeah, I'll mention that. Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, thank you.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from
let's talk a little bit. TJ, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay, very good, very good. All right.
To 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order
there you are.
evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
Are you a veteran living in Lynn County? You qualify for benefits that you earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-967-3882 and let Lynn County's Veteran Services help you. Do you know a
I have
veteran
one
living
more
in Lynn
layer
County?
in case
Help
I
them
need to
call
go to
541-967-3882. Lynn County Veteran Services
You're leaving.
can help them take advantage
You haven't been
of
around here when it
benefits
gets
they earned. Lynn County
anyway.
Veteran Services, serving our local veterans.
1240 Joe Radio.
Through 3 innings at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, the Knights 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Ben, no runs, no hits, no errors. The first pitch from Ethan Ross to Evan Scavato, swung on and missed. The lefty comes back with the 0-1 fastball, very late on it. Scavato swings through, and the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Scavato struck out swinging to open the game against Ethan in the first inning. Ethan has faced 9, retired 9. No balls and 2 strikes. Ross delivers and bounces the breaking ball. 1-2 the count. And that, of course, means a perfect 3 thus far for Ethan. Among the many things that I think we were reminded of or maybe even learned about Vin was that he called 3 perfect games, and I had forgotten. I knew that the classic call was his September 9, 1965 call of the Sandy Koufax perfect game at Dodger Stadium against the Cubs that was anthologized as an essay. It was so literate in nature. I read it in the 3rd Fireside Book of Baseball as a kid. And, of course, talking about Ethan Ross's perfect game means it's over with. The pitch to Scavato whacked into the alley into left center. Advincula chases it down at the base of the fence in left center field, and Scavato into second, becoming the first base runner. And it's a clean double into left center field to open the Bend Elks 4th. But Vinny called that September 9 of 65. He called Dennis Martinez's perfect game for the Montreal Expos. But as a very young broadcaster, October 8, 1956, on the radio, he called Don Larson's perfect game against the Brooklyn Dodgers, for whom he was working in 1956. What an amazing run of a life and a great soul and beloved figure who the tributes have just been pouring in, and they've been so beautifully done, befitting the great man and broadcaster that Vinny was. Christian Cooney at the plate takes low, ball 1. 3-0 Knights in the 4th. Cooney tried to check his swing, but he goes around. 1-1 the count. T.J. Mathewson will have the call Friday night at the Rourke, the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex in Ridgefield. And I'll be back with you Saturday for the fireworks show. Fireworks Saturday night following the game. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. Another good fastball to Cooney. Swung on and missed, and the count 1-2. TJ, I don't want to put you on the spot. You grew up in Bellevue, a Seattle Mariners fan, a fan of the late, great Dave Niehaus. Mm-hmm. Did you hear enough of Scully to have a feel for him, his work, and all of the tributes that I'm sure you've been following and reading as they've been coming in? The pitch missing, ball 2, 2-2.
It's hard to say so. Like you said, it was a lot more Niehaus and a lot of Rick Riz, who I consider up in maybe not quite Vin Scully level, but
he's great
in the Pacific Northwest. He is as good as it possibly gets. So you hear a lot about Vin.
The 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. It remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. I guess then, have you been a little surprised at the outpouring, not knowing what kind of a figure he really was?
Not at all. No, the lucky thing about going to school in Arizona, you go to school with a lot of people from Los Angeles, and they will. And when you go to a sports broadcasting school with a lot of aspiring people, they listen to Vin a ton. Yeah. So you pick up on it.
The 3-2 pitch is outside to the backstop. I think that makes it 3-2 now. I'm not sure what the scoreboard showed 3-2. We all learn lessons, and one is that we shouldn't rely on the scoreboard too much. That makes it ball 3. And I had that on my own chart, but I looked up, listening to you, looked up, it showed 3-2. The pitch went to the backstop, but the batter stays at the plate. And that, the brilliant mind that I have, it must not have been ball 3. I figured that out. So now it's 3-2. to Christian Cooney, and he swings and fouls one back down to third base. Evan Scavato on the wild pitch. 3-2 to Cooney with Brady Casper on deck, and the Knights leading 3-0 in the top of the fourth inning. Ethan works out of the stretch, and now the 3-2 pitch is lifted to center and deep and up to score Scavato. Advincula moves back, makes the catch. Scavato tags and scores. And so here in the top of the fourth inning, after 3 perfect innings, the perfect game, no hit, bid, and now shutout, all gone. The Knights still lead it 3-1. Sacrifice fly for Christian Cooney. So were you even, TJ, Riz is more of your guy than Niehaus? Because did you hear enough of Dave?
Maybe it's a bit of a balance, but now that I'm older, in my old adult matured brain now, it is mostly Rick Riz,
yeah.
And Rick Riz was there with Niehaus for all the greatness.
Right,
he was there.
Yes, he was. He has been around and part of the oral background of our lives throughout the Pacific Northwest. I've enjoyed Rick since 1983, and he and Dave, a tremendous team together through the years. The pitch on the way, swung on and fouled at the plate by Brady Casper. Got a little piece of the home plate umpire, Matt Van Houten, staggered him back a little bit, but I think he's going to be all right. Joey Wong walks down, I think, to make sure that both the catcher and the umpire are okay. Ed Naggs does the same. Out of the Knights dugout.
With Niehaus, that's the point of my life where I felt like, I wasn't necessarily trying to be a sports broadcaster, right? So you get up to the point where you do want to be, and it's Riz. It is all Riz, and now I'm a huge fan of Aaron Goldsmith. I think he's fabulous.
Aaron is very good. That's a good team they've got in Seattle, no question. And I enjoyed Aaron's interview earlier today with John Sterling, the longtime voice of the Yankees. Before your Mariners went out and beat the Yankees 7-3, Sterling spent some time reflecting on Vinny and other matters. The pitch to Brady, swung on and missed. Ethan comes back. The 2-2 pitch hit foul to the left and out of play. It remains 2-2. I'm not sure how much Rick and the guys did on Vinny today. I know the Giants broadcast last night as I drove away from here. Ethan's 2-2 breaking ball, swung on and missed, strike 3, and the out is recorded without a throw down to first base from Tanner Smith, with Brady, his teammate with the Beavers, kind of backpedaling away, and Man Van Houten said, "That's enough, you're out, 2 down."
And the best thing about Vin is that only thing you hear is positive. It seems like every listener that you have, it's like they only have good things to say about Vin because he made you think that you're friends while you're on the radio, while he's just sitting there like you are up here on the perch at Goss Stadium. A beautiful view, by the way. I was wondering why you were sitting outside. Now I understand why.
The pitch to Isaiah hit foul off to the right. Keep going with that. I think you've touched on the theme.
Just that you're sitting here with Vin, and in Vin's final days with the Dodgers, when it was him, they would just throw him in a booth by himself and let him do the thing.
The strike one pitch to Isaiah misses low and in. 1-1 the count. 2 down, nobody on. 3-1 Knights. Top of the fourth inning. Ethan Ross working with both feet on the rubber, comes to the plate. Good fastball, swung on and missed.
And it really makes you think like you're there with Vin, and Vin is having a conversation with you, which in its essence, that's what baseball on the radio is. It is so unique from the other sports, that element there.
A 1-2 pitch foul back. You're right, and so...
And that's what we aspire to do when we're on here. It's like, hey, we're here to have a conversation with you and, paint the picture. And in the end, it's, we're just hanging out together, all here together. That's
the 1-2 breaking ball just misses. Some whoops from the Knights fans and maybe from the dugout, thinking that that might have caught the corner. It didn't. It's 2-2 to Isaiah Burke. 2 down, nobody on with a run in here in the fourth. That breaking ball misses. 3-2 the count. So TJ, I'm looking forward to your call of the game Friday night up in Ridgefield. You'll have the Knights and Ridgefield Raptors. The 3-2 pitch on the way from Ethan is high for ball 4. Isaiah Burke drawing the 2-out walk, and Dane Woodcook the batter. you are a huge Mariners fan, a
Yep.
huge modern-day baseball fan. So, when we talk about Scully, we're talking about a guy calling games that Jackie Robinson
played in. And we see, he talks about going out to dinner with Jackie and Rachel Robinson.
Right.
And we see Rachel Robinson at the All-Star game who just turned 100 years old.
Yeah.
And it just makes you think it has been he has been there a long time. Can you imagine doing anything for 67 years?
No.
You're not even 67.
No, I'm not. Thank you for reminding me of that fact.
Congratulations.
I'm not. Thank you. Today is 63, but it's amazing. Today, as I was going out to watch Beaver football, you were there, we were there together, John Warren, Jim Wilson, Ron Callan, Nick Daschel, Les Garrett, the local, all of us there covering first day of fall camp. By the way, Bo Kearns is out to visit with Ethan Ross, so we're not missing any of the action here. A 2-out walk to Isaiah Burke. But as I was walking over for another season of Beaver football, making the walk from my car to Prothrow Field, I thought I've been doing this for a while. I thought, yeah, this is my 24th year getting to walk over and cover Beaver football for a practice. And I thought, 24 years, that's nothing. I started thinking about 67. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. It is mind-boggling to think about. 1950 is when he started.
A throw to first base from Ethan that drives Isaiah Burke back to the bag.
Even crazier for me to think about, who's been on this earth a little over 24 years, right? It's oh.
Now, you're right.
You really gotta love something, and I don't think anyone loved anything maybe more than Vin loved baseball.
That's a great
point.
That's
what made him also so great at it. Just the love and appreciation for everything.
That's a great point. Another throw to first, and back to the bag goes Isaiah Burke. 3-1 Knights, top of the fourth. Fastball from Ethan just missed. The count 1-0 to Woodcook, who grounded to third in the second. TJ's going to be heading out here after this half inning, so I appreciate you coming on and covering for me on Friday night. A fly ball to shallow right field. Coming in is Brady Lavoie to make the catch, and the inning is over. Before you go, though, that's, I think I heard Aaron Goldsmith say 7 games with the Astros and Yankees, and you come back 3-4. Aaron said almost any club against those teams would take that on the road. Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. And now you have the easiest schedule of all 30 teams until the end of the season. And that's when you go out, okay, you're in a playoff spot. You have the easiest schedule. Go take it. That's it.
TJ, great to see you up here. Have a good call on Friday. Thanks for doing it. We'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely,
Keep
Mike.
up the great work. That's TJ Mathewson. We are through 3.5. The Knights 3 and Bend 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Easy to switch attachments, a smooth hydrostatic transmission. The BX Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 3-1 Knights. First pitch off speed. Brady Lavoie swings and foul tips it at the plate. 0-1 the count. I say foul tips it, and I will say, I know I get people will trust me on this one now. That's not technically a foul tip, what just occurred. That is a foul at the plate. A foul tip technically is only when a foul tip is caught for strike 3. Now here's a strike 1 pitch, a 2-hopper to Jabin Trotsky, takes it off the turf, and Jabin throws out Brady LeBoy, who'd had an infield single and scored a run in the first inning. The Knights leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Timo Becerra to the plate against Braden Boisvert. Technically, that's correct. A foul tip is only a foul tip when it's caught for a third strike. So a strike, let's say an 0-0 pitch now, if Timo would foul it into the mitt of the catcher Woodcook, that would not be a foul tip strike. It would just be a swinging strike. A foul tip technically only is on a third strike, swung on and foul tipped. Timo swings and misses, 0-1 the count. Boisvert out of the stretch, delivers. The strike 1 pitch hit foul above the Bend Elks dugout, and the count goes to 0-2. 3-1 Knights in the bottom of the 4th. But may I declare unto you the following. And even if you don't give me permission, I'm going to. And that is this. No balls and 2 strikes. Boisvert delivers, and the ball gets through Woodcook to the backstop. 1-2 the count. Last night, just sort of in a nostalgic mood and thinking about the great one, I went to bed last night listening to a call from 1969 that Vinny and Jerry Doggett engaged in. Dodgers at San Diego, Jack Murphy in 69, the first year of the expansion season for the Padres, the first year, a 4-game series in early September of 69, game 1 of that 4-game series. That's an obscure game. Rather than all the great moments that were highlighted and the great calls, the iconic calls by the great man, sometimes the real stuff comes in a September early game in 69 in San Diego. The pitch to Becerra, a line drive to right. Nick Schopp moves in to make the catch. Nice play. 2 down. And Tyler Quinn, who sacrificed in the second, will come to the plate. The Knights leading 3-1 in the bottom of the 4th. There were a lot more games at Crosley Field or good old Connie Mack in the 4th inning in July in 1968 than calling a Gibby homer or an Aaron homer or a perfect game, etc. I know you all understand that. Well, anyway, and that's the stuff where the greatness really occurred, the magical moments that he rose to better than anyone. They're unforgettable. But the stuff that he did day by day by day for 67 years, that's really the real thing. The 1-0 pitch, a breaking ball strike, and the count 1-1, 2 down, nobody on. In the midst of that, he said last night, the pitch to Jeff Torborg swung on and foul tipped, the count 0-1. And I thought, well, if it's good enough for Vinny, anybody else can say it. So if I occasionally say the pitch is swung on and foul tipped and the count is 0-1, well, Scully did too. So we have permission, right? Maybe he does and we don't. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed to Tyler Quinn. Strike 3, the inning is over. But the letter saith that a foul tip is only on a third strike caught by the catcher, swung on, foul tipped, and held. That's the only thing that's a foul tip. The letter killeth, though, sometimes. The Knights go in order in the 4th. Braden Boisvert has settled down. We are through 4. The Knights 3 and the Bend Elks 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
If you're fed up with dirty grout lines, maybe it's time to consider cultured marble. Hi, I'm Katie Albin at Albin's Plumbing in Corvallis. Cultured marble is an affordable way to get the look of marble, and the best part is, no grout lines, affordable and easy to maintain. Come by our showroom on 9th Street in Corvallis and see the beautiful look of cultured marble.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282. Albin's Plumbing.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
1240 Joe Radio.
Right-hander Neil Feist comes into the ballgame for the Corvallis Knights as we move to the top of the 5th inning. The Knights leading 3-1. The temperature has dropped to 71 degrees, and my phone app tells me that the real feel is 67, and I believe that app. It's a little on the chilly side, and my daughter, who is here tonight, Lydia, and I think my wife is coming, my daughter's boyfriend, Jimmy, I think they're all coming. They just said we're heading for the sun, and there ain't much of it left as we hit the 3rd of August. There's a little bit of sun left down the left field line near the TNT Builders party deck and in the upper grandstand down the third baseline just above the Jack Riley concourse. But it is a little on the cool side tonight, but a pleasant night for baseball. We're glad you've joined us. And Neil Feist picking up for Ethan Ross. Ethan had a strong outing, 3 perfect innings, faltered just a bit in the 4th, but leaves after giving up just 1 run and 1 hit. That's a pretty good outing. And he hands the ball off to Neil Feist, who takes over with the 3-1 lead and delivers a first pitch strike. 0-1 the count. The strike 1 pitch from Neil. Breaking ball misses and the count 1-1. Neil Feist has worked more often than any other night this summer. This is his 18th appearance. 31 2/3 innings, 33 hits allowed. Delivers a breaking ball, pop foul towards the Omaha room area, and the count goes to 1-2. Just 8 walks in the 31 2/3 innings, 21 strikeouts, a record of 2-1. And an earned run average of 2.27, the workhorse for the Knights. Inheriting a 3-1 lead, working on Michael Ball. Comes to the plate, and a soft line drive down the right field line, a fair ball. Moving over is Brady Lavoie to play it on a couple of hops. A leadoff single from Michael, the pride of Southridge High. And that'll bring to the plate the designated hitter, Sebastian Lopez. Joey Wong, the head coach for the Bend Elks at third base. Aaron Matthews coaching at first. 2 former Beaver greats. Great to have them in the ballpark tonight. Sebastian Lopez was the subject of a bit of controversy in that he hit a little number that Ethan Ross fielded to the left of the mound and threw into Sebastian Lopez's legs as Sebastian was trying to beat it out. And Lopez was called out for interference, not getting in the lane, the designated lane in foul territory. The pitch to Sebastian fouled at the plate, and the count 1-1. Aaron Matthews was rather adamant in his protestations towards the home plate umpire that his runner had adhered to the rule. But Anthony Atkinson and Matt Van Houten stood their ground and called Lopez out. Feist delivers, fastball just outside, ball 2, 2-1. Knocking point night tonight. Hope you're enjoying the half-price pours here at the ballpark. Block 15 Thursday tomorrow and Wilson Motors night. Be sure to get by Wilson Motors at 5th of Buchanan. Get your free tickets if you haven't already. You can do that tomorrow. The runner goes, and a ground ball into right field for a base hit. Michael Ball will keep right on going. The throw to third, a pretty close play, but just getting in safely as Michael Ball. Brady Lavoie came up throwing and displayed a cannon from right field. And not able to get Ball, but I think Michael felt that going on a hit-and-run base hit behind him that he would make it easily. Sebastian Lopez with a perfectly executed hit-and-run single to right, and the Bend Elks certainly threatening to get right back in the game. A pinch runner for Bend after the base hit by Lopez. And so with runners at first and third, the batter is Nick Schnapp, with the Bend Elks sending in a runner for Lopez, who just delivered an excellent base hit. The runner is Cam Stevens, the mystery man for the Bend Elks. Paul said he tried to do some reconnaissance work on him and that people within the Bend officers didn't quite know anything about him either. The 1-0 pitch is a fly ball to center. This will score a run. In fact, it'll drop for a base hit. Michael Ball comes down the line to score to cut the lead to 3-2. Nick Schnapp, an RBI single to center. The pinch runner, Cam Stevens, stops at second. And it's a one-run ball game with nobody out here in the top of the fifth inning. And Jabin Trosky, the switch hitter, will turn around and bat from the left side, coming to the plate with the Elks having cut what was once a 3-0 lead for the Knights to 3-2. Bend, remember, took the series from the Corvallis Knights over at beautiful Vince Scully Stadium in Bend just before the Knights really got hot. Jabin Trosky shows bunt, and Jabin gets the bunt down out in front of the plate. The throw to third is in time for the out on Cam Stevens on the force play. Nice job by Tanner Smith. The bunt just not pushed nearly far enough in front of the plate by Jabin, who is aboard on the fielder's choice, 2-5, and Evan Scavato will be the batter. The Knights get the lead runner. The tying run is still in scoring position with one out. Nick Schnapp at second, Jabin Trosky at first, and Evan Scavato, the batter. Struck out against Ethan Ross to open the game and then doubled to left center field last inning. He takes away from Neil Feist. Ball one, 1-0. 3-2 Knights, top of the fifth inning, but Bend on the comeback trail. The 1-0 pitch swung on and chopped foul. Now my family saying they're going to go seek the sun. There's very little of it left, but if they went out and joined Knights left fielder Titus Dimitru right now, they'd find some. Dimitru was standing in a patch of sunlight a moment ago and shielding the sun with his glove. Now he's moved over into the shadows, but now he's still got that leather up there to try to see what's going on back here at home plate. The 1-1 fastball high and away, ball 2, 2-1. But very little sun left. And such of the time of year we are in now on the 3rd of August at 7:47 p.m. Just a little snippet of it left for the fans on the TNT Builders party deck in the left field corner. The 2-1 off speed from Feist swung on and fouled at the plate. 2-2 the count. When you visit Corvallis to catch Knights baseball or Beaver football in the fall, we encourage you to stay at your locally owned Best Western Corvallis, the official hotel partner of your Corvallis Knights. Close to Goss, where you can enjoy the largest hotel rooms in the city and an outdoor heated pool. Wherever life takes you, Best Western is there. 2-2 to Evan Scavato, who swings and it's a ground ball to the left of Becerra. Flips to Mason Lee for one. On to first. Double play. Much to the astonishment of the Bend Elks coaches and players. All over Anthony Atkinson, who calls the double play. And the Knights may indeed have caught a break because it appeared as though Scavato had gotten across the bag safely. Joey Wong is kind of muttering and wondering just how the Elks can get a call like that, and I do think the Knights caught a break. A 6-4-3 double play ball. Anthony Atkinson, the base umpire, is saying that's enough, and he's not going to listen to much more before he might give somebody to minimize damage. The Elks do draw within a run. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 3-2 Corvallis on 1240 Joe Radio.
Downward Dog across the OSU campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches. And breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Ohio State's in the Big Ten, Alabama, the SEC, Oregon State, the Pac-12, and Independent Auto Works, they're the league of their own. When it comes to Volkswagen repair, service, and parts, Independent Auto Works has been hitting a home run for over 50 years.
Say again? Say again? The Bumgarner story?
Near the OSU campus
No.
in Corvallis. Independent Auto Works.
Okay, great. Thank you, Garrett.
Satisfaction is our success. Independent Auto Works.
1240 Joe Radio.
The game is Jonah Binkula trying to bunt for a hit, bunts in the air, foul, and Braden Boisvert comes racing off the mound to make the catch for the out. Now he goes to work on Mason Lee, and his spike seemed to catch on the push-off and landing point, and he slips. And a mound that he knows pretty well, he's worked at often here. But on the push-off and the landing point, his left spike seemed to catch in the turf, and he slipped upon the land and threw a pitch in the dirt to Mason Lee, or in the turf. 1 ball and no strikes. Now, speaking of turf, Joey Wong was telling me that there's a move and a desire, but a move afoot, and we hope it'll come to fruition, even though Vin Scully Stadium is just one of the gorgeous settings for baseball I've ever been in. It's fabulous. But the field, the conditions are a little rough, and I do think that field turf, even if it's not as aesthetically pleasing as real grass and real dirt, would be a big boon to that ballpark. And Joey and others within the organization are hoping that that will take place in the not-too-distant future. Mason Lee takes low for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike, because even if you do put turf on the field, that will improve the playing conditions. And turf these days it's not like the stuff that first came into the Astrodome in the mid-'60s. The pitch on the way, a strike, and the count 2-2 to Mason Lee. Super Bowl baseball in the Astrodome back then. But you still have, unlike any other place in America for baseball, the 2-2 pitch, a ground ball to short. Michael Ball takes it off the turf and throws across to get Mason Lee. 2 away in the bottom of the 5th, 3-2 Knights. And Kiko Romero, who's lined out and grounded to second, coming to the plate. You still have the unparalleled view from that ain't artificial of Broken Top and the Three Sisters, and just one of the most glorious backdrops for anything you'll ever see. So that, to me, would always offset whether you have turf, grass, AstroTurf, field turf, OmniTurf, whatever. With that view, all is well in Bend. Kiko Romero swings and misses. 0-1 the count, 2 down, nobody on, 3-2 Knights. Kiko swings and fouls it at the plate. That's not a foul tip, is it? He fouled it at the plate, and the count 0-2 to Kiko. I'll go back and forth on that the rest of my life. No balls and 2 strikes to Kiko, who is lined out and grounded out. The Knights were off to a hot start, but Braden Boisvert has managed to settle down, and he's pitched 2 scoreless innings in a row, looking Aldo away. And Boisvert, who gave up 2 runs and 3 hits in the first inning, a run and 2 hits in the second inning is an out away, a strike away from his third consecutive scoreless inning. 0-2 to Kiko Romero. Braden to the plate, fastball, a check swing, and the count 1-2 strikes. Briley Knight, the on-deck hitter. The breeze is continuing to pick up and blow out. The trees a swaying in the wind beyond the Wilson Motors sign in center. Wilson Motors night tomorrow night, one of the annual big nights of the year here at the ballpark, with free tickets provided by our longtime sponsor and partner, Wilson Motors at 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Pick them up tomorrow if you haven't already. 2-2 strikes to Kiko Romero. Boisvert delivers low and inside, ball 3. 3-2 to Kiko, with the Elks having closed to 3-2 in the ball game. Kiko trying to get on base for the red-hot Briley Knight on deck. He swings and drives one to left center field with the wind carrying it. Brady Casper going back, still going back. The ball bounces off the top of the fence. Kiko Romero on his way for 3, and he gets there. A 2-out triple for Kiko Romero. Now, Kiko hit that ball well, but he got a little help, too. The wind is blowing out to left center field, and Brady Casper, who's been doing a nice job patrolling center. This will provoke a visit from pitching coach Danny Sales out to talk to Boisvert. There is some activity going on in the bullpen, too. But Casper got a good read on the ball, and his angle was right, his route was right, but the ball just kept carrying on him and over his head, short hopping the fence out near the First Alternative Co-op sign, and then rolled up to the top of the fence to the orange padding. Not a great carom for Brady to deal with, and that enabled Kiko to leg out the triple with 2 outs and give Briley Knight a chance for another run batted in. Romero's had a strong summer, and that's his team-leading 5th 3-bagger. And Briley Knight to the plate, an RBI ground out in the first, singled to right in the third. Now, speaking of the First Alternative Co-op, the sign coming into our view, we hope that you'll drop by First Alternative Co-op, where they provide fresh, local, and organic groceries and have been doing so since 1970. Everyone is welcome at the First Alternative Co-op. Briley Knight takes the Boisvert offering down and away, ball 1. 3-2 Knights, bottom of the 5th inning, a 2-out triple, giving Briley, who's dealing with a shift. Don't see too many of those in the West Coast League, but we're seeing one now. Briley takes a knee-high strike, the count 1-1. The third baseman, Evan Scavato, the only defender on the left side. Shortstop Michael Ball joining Jay Bentrosky and Isaiah Burke on the right side. Briley swings at the 1-1 pitch, pounds it foul at the plate, and the count 1-2. Some 50-50 raffle tickets are being sold here tonight by Lumina, and I'm gonna give the last of what I've got, like Benjamin Franklin used to give everything in his pockets to George Whitfield. The 1-2 pitch swung on and hit foul, Waldo away, and it remains. That's all I've got, but I'll take whatever you got. Okay, there you go. 1-2 strikes the count to Briley. I mean, and Whitfield, Franklin, from what I read, didn't even subscribe to the doctrine, but he was moved by the oratory and emptied his pockets. The pitch on the way to Briley misses low, ball 2, 2-2. I don't know if that's a true story or not. I've heard it enough over the years and would like to think it's true. Kiko Romero at third, 2 down. 3-2 Knights in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch to Briley swung on and hit foul towards the upper grandstand on the left side where there used to be sunshine, but there isn't any now. And the ball bounces into Waldo Way. 2 strikes. Thank you. 50-50 raffle tickets being sold throughout the stands. And hope that you have already made, if you haven't, your contribution to it. The pitch to Briley outside, and the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Out of the stretch works Boisvert. Romero at third with 2 down. The 3-2 pitch is popped up high in the air. With the wind blowing, this could be a bit of an adventure. Boisvert says, hey, I'll take care of it. I got it. I'll talk to him, said Lancaster and local hero. I'll do it. And like Lancaster, I'll take care of it. Braden Boisvert takes care of it. And Briley Knight retired. The first baseman, Isaiah Burke, with a long run. Boisvert with 2 putouts in the inning. You don't see that very often. One a foul ball, this one a fair. And the Knights do come up empty, and Boisvert puts up 3 consecutive zeros. No runs, a hit, and 1 left. We go to the 6th. The Knights 3 and Bend 2 on 1240 Joe Radio.
First Friday at the Natty Dresser this Friday, August 5th from 5 to 7 p.m. Local sculptor Raymond Hunter will be here with a few of his amazing sculptures. Be sure to ask him about how to commission a piece for your home or business. Live music by James F. Wright, refreshments, in-store specials, and more. Art and artists. First Friday this Friday at the Natty Dresser. Purveyors of quality menswear on the corner of 2nd and Broad Almond Street in historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
If you are a veteran and live in Lynn County, there are benefits and services available to you at Lynn County Veterans Services. You've earned them. Use them. Call 541-926-3882 and take advantage of what you've earned. Home loans, disability compensation, health care, transportation, and more. Lynn County Veterans Services is here to help you. If you are a veteran and live in Lynn County, call 541-926-3882 and thank you for serving your country. Lynn County Veterans Services, serving our local veterans.
There I was in the living room taking a nap when I heard a terrible sound. When are you going to start working on our deck and getting the house ready to paint? I'll do it, but not today. Well, if you won't do it, I'll do it myself. I know the guys at Philomath Rental can show me what I need to do, and since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out there today. Uh-oh. Darn you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath Rental.
1240 Joe Radio.
Christian Cooney out of the University of Portland, Central Catholic High School, 2-time 6A All-Stater, swings at the first pitch here in the top of the 6th inning and fouls it down the third baseline. No balls and 1 strike. Christian has grounded to short and had a sacrifice fly. Neil Feist ahead of the count now 0-2. Kicks and comes back to the plate. And Neal misses high with a fastball. 1-2 the count. Christian Cooney, Brady Casper, and Isaiah Burke for the comeback-minded Elks. Out of the stretch works Neal with the bases empty. Delivers, and a breaking ball hit just a little bit foul over my head. Tried to get up off the metal structure here, and I think the vertical was about 1.5 inches. And it left me a little bit short of catching that foul ball. 1-2 the count to Christian Cooney, and a line drive base hit to center field. And the Elks are showing some life here tonight. Christian Cooney, a solid single to center. Ben's had a pretty good summer overall. They come in with a record of 26-23. And in the second half, they've been scuffling a bit of late at 9-13. They've lost 3 straight. They're 9.5 back of the Knights in second half play. But they're trying to snap out of that losing streak. And after trailing early 3-0, it didn't look promising. They now have the tying run on base here in the top of the 6th with nobody out. Brady Casper taking a first pitch strike from Neil Feist. Brady struck out twice against the Knights starter, Ethan Ross. Now this may be a hitter for Casper. Nope, he is wearing 13 tonight, not the same number that he wore last night. So Brady back wearing number 13. Last night it was 38. The 1-1 pitch, he drives one to deep left center field. Back on the ball goes Advincula with the wind blowing. You got to watch it, but Jonah goes back and grabs it in front of the swoosh out in deep left center. Good contact for Brady Casper. And under most circumstances, I would not have gotten as concerned about how well the ball had been struck. That was well struck, but without the wind, more of a routine fly ball. But it's blowing to left center field. We saw that on the ball Kiko Romero hit, but this one hit not quite as well, and Advincula able to track it. Christian Cooney goes. The first pitch is a strike. The throw to second is not in time. And Christian Cooney is in with the stolen base. He got a good jump on Neil Feist. Smith's throw to Mason Lee not quite in time, and now a couple of shots for the Elks to get the ball game even. Isaiah Burke has struck out and walked, and he's looking to pick up Christian Cooney from second base with one out. The Knights leading 3-2 in the sixth. Neal from the stretch delivers. Fastball just outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Isaiah Burke. Incoming catcher, erstwhile first baseman from Mount Hood Community College to the Oregon State program out of Thurston High School. The 1-1 pitch in there for a strike. Now, again, I looked at the scoreboard. I think it might be 2-1. I'm waiting. No, it is 1-2. So the 1-1 pitch, I had 2-0 written. It's 1-2 to Isaiah. The first pitch was a called strike to Burke on the steal by Cooney. Now the 1-2 offering hit high in the air to right field and playable. Brady Lavoie circles it, makes the catch. Lavoie comes up throwing. The throw to third is not in time, but my goodness, Lavoie can throw. That is a heck of an arm from right field. That's twice now on plays that you wouldn't expect to be close at all. They have been extremely close because of the cannon that Lavoie has out and right. Now, I knew he had a good arm, but tonight it's been on display magnificently. Burke flies out, 2 down. Cooney picks up the extra 90 feet. Dane Woodcook, the batter, with a tie-in run at third. Woodcook has grounded to third and flied to right. Breaking ball from Neil Feist misses away, ball 1. Now, I don't want to get carried away here, but I saw a YouTube video the other day of a Roberto Clemente throw from right field to get a runner at the plate. That was an absolute laser on the line, no cutoff man, from the fence to the plate to get a runner trying to tag up. Unbelievable. Now, Lavoie, I mean, there's only one Roberto Clemente in the history of the game. But I'm telling you, Lavoie's throws tonight have had at least that kind of feel and ring to them. They have been magnificent. And I knew he could cut it loose, but he's done it twice tonight, most impressively. Woodcook takes ball 2, 2-1. 3-2 Knights, top of the sixth. Neal delivers high, ball 3. 3-1. Michael Ball, the on-deck hitter. Neil Feist looking out towards right center field for a moment. And now Neal hoping to keep the lead intact here in the sixth. Comes to the plate with a 3-1 pitch. Hit foul over the McGrath family press box into the entry area of the ballpark near the bicycle rack. And the kids giving frantic chase. 3-2 with 2 down. The tying run represented by Christian Cooney. The pitch is swung on by Dane Woodcook and hit foul off the facade of the Omaha room to our right. The count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Neil Feist kicks and comes to the plate. A chopper slowly by the mound. Tough play. Charged by Becerra. Bare hands throws to first. Not in time, and the game is tied. Christian Cooney comes in to score on the infield single by Dane Woodcook. And that evens the ball game at 3 here in the top of the sixth and brings Michael Ball to the plate. Our thanks all season long to Oregon State Credit Union. If you live or work in one of 24 western or central Oregon counties, you're entitled to membership privileges and the full financial services of Oregon State Credit Union. They've invested in all of our communities and are dedicated to creating financial solutions toward making local lives better. Oregon State Credit Union. Ground ball to third. Tyler Quinn goes the short way to Mason Lee at second for the force on Dane Woodcook. Michael Ball out 5-4 on the fielder's choice. But the Bend Elks have pulled even. A run in the fourth, a run in the fifth, and they pull even here in the sixth on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. It's the Elks 3 and the Knights 3 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Do you ever experience headaches, or how about back pain? Here at Horesco Chiropractic, we truly believe that everybody deserves to live a life without pain. Our doctors will get to the root of your condition and create a custom treatment plan to help you get back to living the best version of your life. Our patients often say how amazed they feel to live a life with less pain after they have experienced how effective chiropractic care is. Start on the journey of improved health by giving us a call today or visiting our website at horesco.com. Horesco Chiropractic in Corvallis. We really can make a world of difference for you.
The Corvallis Knights are champions, having won 5 straight West Coast Baseball League titles. And the team at Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis are champions too. Does your business need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, or Robert Berry. Their team has the strategy you need for tax planning and saving for your financial future. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185 and get in the game.
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the flow. Even Flow Plumbing.
1240 Joe Radio.
Braden Boisvert is done for the evening. Braden gave up 3 runs in the first 2 frames, then came back to throw 3 scoreless. And now we go to the bottom of the 6th inning in a 3-3 tie. And left-hander Clay Thompson. Clay with a C. Just, think, well, what is this guy? Kyler Murray? I mean, what? No, it's not. It's not the Clay Thompson, but it's Clay Thompson making his own mark, a left-handed pitcher, C-L-A-Y. And he picks up for Braden Boisvert as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Clay out of Texas Perriman Basin and from Gilbert, Arizona. And he takes over in this 3-3 tie, making his 8th appearance with the Elks this summer. 7 2/3, 9 hits, 8 walks, 12 strikeouts, a record of 0-1, an earned run average of 11.73. Titus Dimitru will be the first batter that Clay will face. Titus will be followed by Tanner Smith. And then Brady Lavoie. Clay works out of the stretch with nobody on. The left-hander kicks and comes to the plate. Misses high, ball 1. 1-0 to Titus Dimitru. Titus with an RBI single in the first, struck out in the third. The Knights got off to a hot start. 2 runs and 3 hits in the first inning, a run and 2 more hits in the second. But have quieted down. Boisvert part of that. Just 2 hits since the first 2 innings. The pitch to Dimitru, foul back. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Clay Thompson rocks into the stretch position and delivers, ties up Dimitru, who swings somewhat half-heartedly. And swings through it. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Tanner Smith on deck. Clay Thompson again settles and kicks and delivers. A high pop fly into shallow left center field. Moving in is Christian Cooney, and over. The wind carried it on him a little bit, but he's able to stay with it and make the catch. One away. Tanner Smith will come to the plate. If your home office or investment property is dingy, dirty, or worn, then we recommend family-owned All-Pro Property Services. They've helped thousands of companies, investors, and so many others get the best out of their properties. From investment renovations, facility services, housekeeping, and move-out cleans, All-Pro Property Services has the bases covered. The pitch to Tanner Smith on this cool Wednesday evening is low from Clay Thompson. 1 ball and no strikes. Clay, the southpaw from Texas Permian Basin, delivers a strike in the count 1-1. My friend Paul has moved on. He is and was for many years a long-haul truck driver, and so he has been with Hank Snow and Johnny Cash. He's been everywhere. He would also tell you there ain't no easy run, and he's, I'm sure, right about that. The 1-1 pitch on the way to Tanner misses inside, ball 2, 2-1. But he would also know probably where Texas Permian Basin is, and I don't. So, Paul, when you get back, please tell me, have you been to Texas Permian Basin? Where is it? What's it like? 2 balls and 1 strike, the count to Tanner Smith. The pitch on the way to Tanner is pulled down the left field line and heading to the corner. Chasing the baseball down, Christian Cooney. Tanner Smith into second, a stand-up double with 1 out in this 3-3 tie in the bottom of the 6th inning. And here comes the cannon, Brady Lavoie. Brady with an infield single in the 2nd. Grounded out in the 4th. Denton? Odessa, thank you. Okay, well, Amy has just gone to work. Basin is in Odessa, Texas. And is Odessa, Texas in the Permian Basin? I mean, you know, it's all new to me. Is never having heard of it until tonight. The pitch on the way from the left-hander from Texas Permian Basin is hit foul into the bicycle rack area, and the kids are ready. Boy, they're quick. What was the film? Is it Finding Nemo? Mine. Is that Finding Nemo? I think so, and that's what it looks and sounds like when the ball goes into the Urchin Alley. No balls and 1 strike to Brady Lavoie. A 3-3 tie. Bottom of the 6th, Tanner Smith at second with 1 out. A breaking ball from Clay Thompson in the turf. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Now, Amy has looked it up, and here comes Paul, and maybe Paul and Amy can compare notes and help us get a fix on Texas. And that's in the west part of the West Texas. Odessa Midland driving down the West Texas Highway with George Hamilton the 4th. The 1-1 pitch. Swung out and missed by Brady Lavoie, and the count 1-2. Very underrated tune by George Hamilton IV, by the way. Modest hit from the early 70s, unlike Abilene, which was a monster hit. But his song, West Texas Highway, is a sweet little tune, and he might have gone through Texas Permian Basin when writing it. 1-2 the count, 1 out, 3-3, bottom of the 6th. Tanner Smith at second. And the 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball taken. Strike 3 called to Brady Lavoie. Good pitch by Clay. 2 down, and Timo Becerra will come to the plate. Timo has singled to right and flied to right. Timo trying to give the Knights the lead back here in the bottom of the 6th. It was a 3-0 ball game early. The Knights in front, but the Elks have chipped away and caught up. A run in the 4th, a run in the 5th, a run in the top half of this 6th inning. Timo looking for a 2-out hit to get Tanner Smith home and the lead back. Clay Thompson delivers, swung on and popped up to right field and playable. Nick Schnapp moves in to make the catch. The inning is over. And the Bend Elks continue. They've wrested momentum away from the hot start from the Knights, and we are through 6. It is still the Elks 3 and the Knights 3 on 1240 Joe Radio.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com.
1240 Joe Radio.
Through 6 innings at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, the Bend Elks 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. The Corvallis Knights 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. We go to the 7th. Left-hander Sean Weiss has been brought into the ball game a little earlier than usual for Sean, so it seems. But it also may signal from Brook Knight's standpoint and Bo Kearns and Yoongjin Yoon and Ed Nags, the coaches, and their standpoint, hey, we've got our guy in now. We're going to win this ball game. You're done. That's so often been the case for Sean this season that when he comes in, the other team stops scoring. And the Elks have scored a run in the 4th, a run in the 5th, and a run in the 6th, and have gotten even in the ball game as a result, 3-3. And now with Sean Weiss in, getting ready to face Decker Stedman leading things off in the top of the 7th. Sean will try to keep it in a 3-3 tie and give the Knights a chance to win it in the next couple of innings. Decker Stedman hitting for Cam Stevens and Cam Stevens' spot, who had pinch run for Sebastian Lopez in the 5th. By the way, I was saying it's Permian Basin, Texas Permian Basin, not Permian. I was misreading it off of the Bend Elks roster, so my apologies to Clay Thompson and family and company. Permian Basin, Midland, Odessa, on the West Texas Highway, George Hamilton IV. Sean Weiss's first pitch in there for a strike, and Stedman swings at the 0-1 pitch and strokes it into center field. Base hit, and it's Bend, which has been putting the pressure on now with Advincula getting the ball back in. The 4th consecutive inning where the Elks have gotten their leadoff man aboard. And the last 3 innings, having so done, they've scored. So we'll see if Sean Weiss can put a stop to that pattern. The pitch on the way is a fastball in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Alex Soul is the batter. I think we had Nick Schnapp listed. Alex Soul was the one who came on for Garrett Kolpuck. And Alex Soul takes the strike 1 pitch for strike 2. So it was Alex Soul who had the RBI single in the 5th, and now Soul is up here in the 7th. The numbers not corresponding on the roster that we've been given. The strike 2 pitch on the way, lifted to right field and playable for Brady Lavoie. I just wish the runner were going so I could see Brady throw. Brady makes the catch. 1 away. And Jabin Trotsky coming to the plate. The switch hitter will turn around and bat from the right side against left-hander Sean Weiss in this 3-3 tie in the top of the 7th inning. Sean delivers. Trotsky bunts up along first. If Romero fields it fair, he'll be able to get Trotsky coming up the line, and Kiko does before Jabin runs by him. And Romero puts the tag on Jabin, who will, I assume, get credited with a sacrifice, although I don't think with 1 out that he was up there to sacrifice. I think Jabin was trying to bunt for a hit. But he does move Stedman into scoring position. And the batter is Evan Scavato. 1 for 3 for Evan. Loses the bat, which goes flying into the netting above the Knights' dugout and then down into the well. Ed Nags snags it a couple of steps down into the dugout. Ian Lawson brings out some new baseballs from Matt Van Houten to work with. No balls and 1 strike to Evan Scavato. Swinging and missing and losing his bat and getting some substance to apply to the bat to try to create a better grip on it. In the meantime, no balls and a strike to Evan, with Sean Weiss into the ball game here in the top of the 7th of a 3-3 tie. 2 outs, the go-ahead run at second base. Sean's 15th appearance, 31 innings, 20 hits, 3 walks in 31 innings. 27 strikeouts, a record of 4-0, 4 saves, an ERA of 1.45. A ground ball fair down the right field line. Just fair over the bag. In comes the go-ahead run. Lavoie chases the ball down in the corner. The ball had gone under Casey Corner, constituting a ground rule double. The Elks, for the 4th consecutive inning, get their leadoff man aboard, and they've scored. That guy all 4 times. They lead it 4-3. Nice piece of hitting by Evan Scavato, poking one Luis Sojo style just fair over the bag at first. And Decker Stedman in to score. And so the sacrifice does come into play in that sense. A ground rule double would not have scored the run. You'd have second and third with 2 down. Sean Weiss delivers a fastball strike to Christian Cooney. 0-1 the count. 4-3 Bend, top of the 7th. A run in the 4th, a run in the 5th, a run in the 6th, a run in the 7th. Sean Weiss trying to make sure it stays just that way with 1. As he delivers, it's swung on and missed by Christian Cooney. No balls and 2 strikes. The Knights have won 17 straight games overall when one includes the non-league games against the Northwest Star Nighthawks. They've won 15 straight in league play. They're trailing here in the 7th inning. Strike 2 pitch, chased and missed by Christian Cooney for strike 3 to retire the side. But the Elks stay after it. They've scored a run in each of the last 4 innings, and they've claimed their first lead of the series. And at the end of 6.5, Bend 4, the Knights 3 on 1240 Joe Radio.
It's time for the pitchers to throw strikes and for the batters to deliver those clutch hits. It's time for Corvallis Knights baseball. Each year, the Knights look at this time as an opportunity to win another West Coast League championship. Just like a new season is an opportunity, so is getting recertified in first aid and CPR. It's an opportunity to practice your skills so you can be ready to help in an emergency. If it's that time for you, contact CPR Works at 541-760-7632 to schedule your next class. And go Knights.
Referencing Dave Dudley and Hank Snow.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
At Thai Express, they've learned that when you treat your taste buds right, great things happen. Come and experience traditional Thai recipes with a sprinkle of New World creativity, like pad Thai, a curry, fried chicken dumplings, or one of their delicious soups, all customized to your taste. Thai Express is in Corvallis on 9th Street, behind Little Caesars. They're open for dine-in or visit their drive-thru. Don't be shy. Give them a Thai. Thai Express, locally and veteran-owned. It's same, but different.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the 7th inning at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, talking to Knights fan Rod Porsche over here, who has the San Diego Padres cap on, and I had to inquire, well, pretty excited? Yeah, Juan Soto, a Padre. They gave up a lot, but a superstar such as Soto demands a lot, and the Padres had enough in their system and have a true budding superstar of the game, and they should have him for a lot of years, I would think. Tyler Quinn, with the Knights trailing 4-3, takes high from Clay Thompson. Out of the stretch comes the lefty and the 1-0 pitch. Tyler hits it foul into Urchin Alley, and the count 1-1 Tyler Quinn, Jonah Advincula, and Mason Lee, the scheduled hitters on this coolish night here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. Everybody has got their extra layers on. TJ left because he just had a T-shirt. The pitch to Quinn, lifted to right but playable. Alex Soule moves over to make the catch. One away. The Knights trailing 4-3. And the batter will be Jonah Advincula, who singled in the bottom of the first inning. Was part of what appeared to be another big night coming for the Knights offensively. 2 runs and 3 hits in the first inning. The things have settled down for the Knights considerably since. The excellent pitching of Braden Boisvert. And now left-hander Clay Thompson off to a good start. He delivers a breaking ball that misses to Jonah Advincula. 1 ball and no strikes, 4-3 Bend in the bottom of the 7th inning. Thompson with a left-on-left matchup here. From the stretch, comes to Advincula. Fastball hit foul into Waldo Way. The count even. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jonah. Mason Lee on deck. Out of the stretch, works the lefty here in the bottom of the 7th, and Thompson bounces his 1-1 pitch. Our 7th inning stretch tonight was presented by All Pro Property Services, your locally owned option for property cleaning, maintenance, renovation, and landscaping. Relax, they've got the bases covered at All Pro Property Services. You can find them on Facebook. 2 balls and a strike to Jonah Advincula. Bottom of the 7th, 4-3 Bend. The 2-1 pitch taken low and away, ball 3. You guys taking off? Yeah. I love you, honey.
I'm so tired. Love you too. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Lydia and Jimmy about ready to call it a night. Too cold out here, right? I know it. Got to toughen up. The pitch missing. Trailing 4-3. From the stretch works Clay Thompson. The 3-1 pitch inside for ball 4. And with Jonah Advincula on, look out. That is what makes Jonah such a compelling ball player, and so excited for him and to be able to continue to follow his career with Washington State. Jonah's all-around ability as a ball player, and that means that he can wreak some havoc on the base paths. Not only a .340 hitter coming in, but 16 stolen bases to lead the Knights this summer. He represents the tying run. Mason Lee, the batter. Thompson, the lefty, does have a chance to stare him down. His first pitch runs inside, ball 1 to Mason. 1-0 the count. Brooke Knight with the jacket on. Coaching at third, Ed Nags coaching at first. Brooke laying out the sign for Jonah across the way. Thompson comes set. and comes to the plate. And the pitch is a line drive which knocks the glove off of Clay Thompson. He stays with it, throws to first, not in time. He lobbed it. And Brook Knight is coming. I don't know what he's going to argue because the runner's safe at first. I think all is well and all manner of things shall be well for Brook. I'm not sure what he's arguing. The runner is called safe. Runners at first and second. Nobody, one out. But Brooks the one raising an issue here, as is Joey Wong. Joey thought the runner was out at first. I'm not sure what Brook Knight's argument is here because it's worked out just fine for him. The runner's safe. And so neither coach was happy. And I can understand Joey Wong's discontent because the runner was called safe at first. A great attempt by Clay Thompson. That ball was smoked back through the box, and Thompson knocked the ball down, and somebody's just been thrown out of the game by Anthony Atkinson. I'm not sure who. Danny Sales was on his way out to visit with Clay Thompson, and Anthony Atkinson has ejected, I believe, Joey Wong from the game. Joey is one of the more mild-mannered. He's competitive as can be, but very mild-mannered in his overall approach to things. And whether it's Joey that's been ejected or whether Anthony's gotten somebody else, Atkinson is making a note in his own little notebook about whom he's ejected and for what reason to send to the league office and Commissioner Rob Nyer after tonight's ball game with the full report. But Atkinson has thrown someone out of the game. We'll find out whether it was Joey Wong himself. We'll find that out, and we'll see if we have a different third base coach when the Elks come to the plate in the eighth. That's the only way I'm going to know unless I see Joey take a hike down the right field line in the corner and out. But somebody's been ejected from within the Elks dugout. I don't think it's Joey. It's not his style, but I think someone within the Bend Elks personnel has been thrown out. And, oh my gosh, Aaron Matthews is running out of the dugout. I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe it's Matthews is the one who's been ejected. I don't think I've seen this in all my 15 years here. After a call early made by the home plate umpire on a runner going down the line at first. So I don't know if that was Aaron very late after being thrown out, coming back onto the field. I don't know. But maybe Aaron Matthews just now found out that he'd been ejected. That's possible. That Anthony Atkinson had several minutes ago made the sign of giving the heave-ho to someone within the Elks dugout. And maybe as Joey Wong came down the line and said, well, Aaron, I guess you're going to have to watch the game from da-da-da. Aaron, what do you mean? Oh, you've been ejected. And maybe that's then why Aaron comes running out. Paul seems to know. What do you know, Paul? No, I know, but well, I know, but I don't. I know that, Paul. But why did Aaron come running out so late, that long after he'd been ejected? Maybe he didn't know that he was the one. I have no idea. Well, I know, but he came out 5 minutes later. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, whatever the case, somebody's been thrown out. Aaron Matthews clearly has been. Joey Wong, I didn't think that was in Joey's style. The Knights have a runner at first base on the base hit for Mason Lee. Clay Thompson ready to go after a long delay in the action. The pitch to Kiko Romero misses high, ball one. The Knights trail it 4-3. Clay Thompson did a heck of a job to get to the ball on the line drive that knocked his glove off. I'm not sure what Brook Knight may have been trying to argue, that he can't throw his glove at the ball, and maybe that's what he thought the pitcher Thompson did. That was Brook's beef, maybe, that the pitcher threw his glove at the ball to try to knock the ball down. And let's just say, for argument's sake, that he did. The point was the runner was safe at first, unless Brooke was arguing that by throwing the glove at the ball that should have gone through the box into center field, we'd have first and third. That could be what he was arguing. The pitch to Romero with the runners going is a strike. No throw down to second, and the count goes to 1-2 or third with both runners moving up. Mason Lee into second base. Jonah Advincula picking up the stolen base and going to third. Meanwhile, 1-2 to Romero with the Knights trailing 4-3 in the bottom of the seventh. As strong as Clay Thompson's play was on the line drive off the bat of Mason Lee, he needed to get a little bit more on the throw to first. He kind of threw an eephus pitch over to first base, and the lob toss enabled Lee to beat the throw. Now the 1-2 pitch to Kiko, a check swing outside, ball 2-2. Good block by the Elks catcher, Dane Woodcook. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 on and 1 out in the bottom of the seventh in a game that has gotten considerably more interesting as it's gone along. The Knights were up 3-0 and seemingly on their way to another breeze of a win early, but now they're down 4-3. The Elks have their infield in. The tying run 90 feet away. The 2-2 pitch to Romero bounces away from Woodcook. Coming down the line to score is Jonah Advincula. The Knights pull even at 4, and into third base goes Mason Lee. The infield will remain in for the Elks. The Knights have pulled even at 4. Now Kiko Romero with a count of 3-2 and 1 out could give the Knights the lead with a fly ball. Out of the stretch works Clay Thompson. The 3-2 pitch on the way to Kiko hit foul off third and out of play. It remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good ball game tonight. The Knights had a 3-0 lead early. Ben then began just to chip away at it. A run in the 4th, another in the 5th, a run in the 6th. They took the lead here in the top of the 7th. The Knights have scratched and clawed their way back to tie, now trying to regain the lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. A 4-4 tie. The infield in for Ben. Clay Thompson out of the stretch. The pitch on the way to Kiko, lined into right field. It'll drop for a base hit. And the Knights regain the lead at 5-4. The throw comes to the catcher and then down to second base, trying to stretch it. Thrown out easily is Kiko Romero for out number 2. But Kiko comes through with an RBI single, and the Knights regain the lead at 5-4. Briley Knight, the batter. Dane Woodcook throwing out. Kiko trying to pick up an extra 90 feet. Kiko thought the ball would come all the way through to the plate, and the catcher, Woodcook, went halfway between. The strike 2 pitch lifted in the air to right center field. Lavoie and Advincula 1 away, and that does put a stop to the Elks' 4 straight innings of getting their leadoff man aboard in 4 straight times. But Sean Weiss gets Casper, and now Isaiah Burke. Sean out of the stretch, delivers, fastball swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. Peering into his battery mate, Tanner Smith. The strike 1 pitch swung on and missed, and the count 0-2. Kiko Romero at first, Mason Lee at second, Timo Becerra at short, Tyler Quinn at third, Titus Dimitru in left, Jonah Advincula in center, Brady Lavoie in right. The strike 2 pitch, Sean misses in the turf, ball 1, 1-2. A right-hander is throwing in the Bend Elks bullpen. Sean Weiss is likely in for the fullness of this game if he can continue to do his thing. He delivers, swung on and fouled back. The Elks did get to him for a run in the top of the 7th inning. But now Sean, staked to a lead, I believe will be given the opportunity to bring the thing home. But he is in earlier than usual, so it seems. He comes back with a 1-2 pitch, a ground ball to the left of the shortstop, Timo Becerra, who dives, unable to get it. It's a base hit to center field for Isaiah Burke. And Bend has the tying run on base here in the top of the 8th. Dane Woodcook, the batter. He is grounded to third, flied to right, and had an RBI single. 5-4 Knights in the top of the 8th inning. Sean to the plate. Swung on and lifted foul on top of the Omaha room. The wind continuing to blow out towards left center field. 0-1 to Dane Woodcook with Michael Ball on deck. Sean Weiss from the stretch delivers. Strike 2. 0-2 the count. Three-game series. Wilson Motors night. Block 15, half-pour Thursday. Also on tomorrow night's Friday night in Ridgefield. TJ will have the call, as we talked about earlier. And then back here for the Knights and Ridgefield. Game thereafter Sunday. Back up at the Rourke at 1:05. The pitch to Woodcook fouled at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 8th inning. A fly ball to center field. Jonah Advincula in dead center is right there to make the catch. 2 down. Michael is struck out. Led off the 5th inning with a single and scored. Bounced into a force play in the 6th. 1,000 Stadium at Coleman Field. Sean from the stretch delivers. Fastball swung on and missed. 0-1 the count to Michael. First, represented by Isaiah Burke. Sean delivers a strike 1 pitch with Michael Ball showing bunt and takes strike 2, does Michael. 0-. Sean Weiss ready. Comes back to the plate 0-2. Swung on and foul back. It remains the Knights 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Quiet until the 7th, where they scored 2 to regain. No runs, a hit, a man left. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and new pitcher coming in. Kiefer's fastball just misses. Dane Woodcook was ready to throw the ball. George's dad's move, right? That's my move. He stopped short. Now, the one hands to first to Isaiah Burke for the out. 1 away in the bottom of the 8th inning. Tanner Smith, the batter. Tanner has popped to second, struck out, and doubled to left. This has been a well-pitched ball game. Tanner takes a strike in the count 0-1. Trying to find any previous work from the current pitcher for Bend in Kiefer Lord and not finding him, but he looks good. The strike 1 pitch is in there for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes the count. 1 out, nobody on. 5-4 Knights in the 8th. The strike 2 fastball just missed. And again, Dane Woodcook was, I think, ready to say, hey, that's a strike, and we're going to throw the ball around the horn. But again, he holds on. Kiefer working quickly. The right-hander's 1-2 pitch to Tanner. Change, pulled foul past Brooke Knight. The count remains 1-2. Here in the bottom of the 8th, 1 out, nobody on. Good ball game, 5-4. The Knights rallying for 2 in the bottom of the 7th, controversially so. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, tap foul at the plate. It remains 1-2. Controversial in that in the midst of the inning, wherein the Knights scored 2 to regain the lead. Our good friend who was here just the other night, Aaron Matthews, getting the game, and Aaron ejected from the ball game. Sad to see that. The one for Lord has looked good following the strong outings from Braden Boisvert and Clay Thompson. The Knights have received good pitching from Ethan Ross, Neil Feist, and Sean Weiss. 2 down, nobody on. In the bottom of the 8th inning. Breaking ball to Brady. Misses high and inside. LeBoy has had an infield single, grounded to second, and struck out looking and made 2 very impressive throws from right field. Neither resulted in an assist, but the fact that he got close was very impressive in both occasions. The 1-1 fastball in there to Brady. 1-2 the count. Timo Becerra on deck. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Timo swings, Lavoie swings and fouls it back. The 2-2 pitch, off speed and tap foul. Brady hangs in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. In the top of the 9th inning, the Elks are due to send up Decker Stedman, Alex Soul, and Jabin Trotsky. 5-4 Knights, bottom of the 8th. Lavoie swings and drives one to the gap in right center field. Brady Casper, though, has a play. Moves over and makes the catch. And the Knights will try to make the 1 run stand up as we go to the top of the 9th inning. Sean Weiss with a chance to get the win as he goes to the 9th, 3 outs away. After 8, it's the Knights 5 and Ben 4 on 1240 Joe Radio.
First Friday at the Natty Dresser this Friday, August 5th from 5 to 7 p.m. Local sculptor Raymond Hunter will be here with a few of his amazing sculptures. Be sure to ask him about how to commission a piece for your home or business. Live music by James F. Wright, refreshments, in-store specials, and more. Art and artists. First Friday this Friday at the Natty Dresser. Purveyors of quality menswear on the corner of 2nd and Broad Albin Street in historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
The Corvallis Knights are champions,
Mike, you there?
having won
Yes.
5 straight West Coast Baseball League titles. And the team
Two?
at Tax and Wealth Management in Corvallis are
Okay,
champions
well,
too. Does your business need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need
So
to develop
cold.
and execute your game
Yeah,
plan
bring it
into a
back here. I'll
championship.
take a break
See
and
David
come back
Mendenhall,
and wrap
Bill
it up.
Heck, or Robert Berry.
Yeah,
Their
okay.
team has the strategy you need for tax planning and saving for your financial future. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's 75.
Sean Weiss delivers to Decker Stedman, who swings at the first pitch at the top of the 9th inning and misses. 5-4 Knights, Tawn in the 7th. He swings at a fastball here from Sean and doesn't get it. The count 1-2. Singleton scored in the 7th to give Bend a short-lived lead. 4-3. The Knights came back, just stroked into left field. Base hit. Titus Dimitru gets the ball back in. And that puts pressure on, as you well know, and we'll see if the Elks, who in the previous 4 scenarios wherein they've gotten their leadoff man on, they've scored. Alex Soul, the hitter, may be up there to bunt. He's not. He swings and hits one foul to my right into Urchin Alley between the Andrew Moore and Cole Gillespie banners, giving the Urchins a chance to give chase again. No balls and a strike to Soul. Joey Wong coaching at third base. Aaron, who had been handling those duties, now replaced over there by Wilson Weber, I believe. The strike 1 pitch missing just outside, and the count 1-1. 5-4 Knights, top of the 9th inning, but the Elks with their leadoff man aboard, Decker Stedman, 2 for 2. From the stretch, the left-hander Sean Weiss back to the plate. Fastball high. Ball 2, 2-1. And with Soul not being asked to bunt, Sean is hopeful indeed of getting a double play ball here. Decker Stedman coming out of the ball game late, doing an excellent job. The pitch on the way is swung on and missed to even the count at 2-2. Decker out of Thurston High School and at LBCC, began at the University of Oregon. The 2-2 pitch hit foul towards the Omaha room and off of one of the windows there and down into the lower grandstand. The count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Alex Soul, who flied to right field in the 7th. Had an RBI single in the 5th. The 2-2 pitch outside from Sean, a back pick down to first from Tanner Smith to Kiko Romero. Not in time, and in fact Kiko had to work to get it in foul territory. 3-2 to Alex Soul. Jabin Trotsky, the on-deck hitter. Nobody out in the inning, the tying run at first. We'll see if Joey Wong is inclined to send Stedman 3-2. Decker doesn't go, and the 3-2 pitch, a ground ball into left field, base hit. Back-to-back base hits for the Bend Elks here in the top of the 9th inning. Stopping at second base, Decker Stedman. Jabin Trotsky, the batter. Jabin with a sacrifice in the 7th. Tried to bunt for a hit in the 5th and was out. Struck out in the 3rd. Almost certainly up there to bunt now to try to get the tying and go-ahead runs into scoring position. The tying run is already there at second, but we expect Jabin to be up there to bunt. Certainly that's Tyler Quinn's expectation creeping in at third. Jabin does bunt in the air, foul back of the plate. No balls and 1 strike to the switch-hitting middle infielder from Carmel, California, and had a good spring for the Beavers. And trying to finish his summer of 2022, I should say, on a stronger note than what he's had for the most part during the course of his season with the Bend Elks. He squares to bunt early. Sean Weiss comes back to the plate with a strike 1 pitch, bunted to Sean. His only play is to first. He throws low. Everybody safe. Coming to the plate, though, and getting thrown out in a mistake is Decker Stedman out at the plate. The throw was juggled at first by Kiko Romero. He fires a strike to the plate to get Decker Stedman. It leaves the Elks with runners at first and second and 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. Boy, that's a gigantic base running mistake. You'd have bases loaded and nobody out if you just stay put. Stedman tries to score from third, and Kiko Romero is able to throw him out. Jabin Trotsky is aboard at first base, and the batter, Evan Scavato, takes a big rip at the first pitch from Sean and doesn't get it. No balls and 1 strike the count. Scavato's had a good ball game. He did ground into a double play in the 5th. And Sean Weiss and the Knights leading 5-4 with 2 on and 1 out, hoping for a repeat of recent history to end this one. Sean to the plate. The strike 1 pitch is swung on and missed. And the count 0-2 to Scavato, who has also struck out and had 2 doubles. He scored a run in the 4th after doubling. He doubled home a run to give the Elks the lead in the 7th. Now trying to get the ball game even here in the 9th. 2 on, 1 out. 5-4 Corvallis. Sean Weiss out of the stretch. The left-hander strike 2. Pitch, fastball. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, 2 down. A 3-pitch punch-out by Sean Weiss of Evan Scavato. The Knights are an out away through it all here in this inning of taking yet another series. They won last night and are an out away from winning tonight. The Knights looking for their 16th straight win. The bat goes flying. The pitch is swung out and missed. Tyler Quinn backs up. He read the bat well. Backed up, and the bat lands in front of him. Good read on Tyler's part with the bat coming out of the hands of Christian Cooney. No balls and a strike. Joey Wong with a bit of a smile on his face as Joey tosses the bat back to Cooney. And Christian will apply some stickum to try to get a better grip. With a count of no balls and 1 strike to Christian Cooney. 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. 5-4 Knights with a tying run at second base, represented by Alex Soule. Jabin Trotsky aboard on the error. He's at first on the sacrifice. The strike one pitch from Sean on the outside corner. 0-2 the count. Sean and the Knights are a strike away. Sean from getting the win. 5 runs, 10 hits, and an error for the Knights. 4 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Bend. Weiss trying to end it right here. No balls and 2 strikes to Cooney. 2 on, 2 out. Sean to the plate. The strike 2 pitch. Fastball got him swinging, and the Knights win again. Sean Weiss pumps his fist and yells something that I suspect was just a roar of triumph as the Corvallis Knights come from behind to win Game 2 of this 3-game series, a thrilling ball game. The Knights win it by a final score of 5-4. Sean Weiss gets the win. We'll have the final totals and wrap things up after this quick timeout. We'll be back to wrap it up, but the Knights get it done in the top of the 9th inning. 5-4, Corvallis over the Bend Elks right here on 1240 Joe Radio.
When you think of Albans, you think plumbing. And when you think of plumbing, you think water. Hi, this is Katie Albin. Some plumbing projects don't have anything to do with water. At Albin's Plumbing, we also work with natural gas and propane lines. So if you need a gas line for home heating, cooking, or for a gas water heater, give us a call.